do one little thing I can do, I think, is tell you about how when I went searching for spiritual sport in South Texas. All you have to do is walk past the Alamo and then you're out there in it. I was wandering out there through the desert and I came upon a bunch of long-haired people sitting around in a campfire kind of surprising themselves. And since I was searching for spiritual sport, I joined them. I sat around, got all toasty warm down there, toasting them buttons. When all of a sudden, from out between the Ocotillo cactus and the pinon pines came a dude of an hombre with dreadlocks hanging down, red bloodshot rolling eyes and smoke coming out of his ears. He had on a beaver skin hat, a leopard skin vest, lizard skin boots, and bear skin chaps. He had endangered species all over his body. He took one look at us and fell face down in the campfire, sucked up all the flames, blew out a smoke ring, spit out a live coal, looked at us and said, "Oh, what are you boys? Hippies? Howdy! Give me a good mini pearl howdy." We said, "We're vegetarians." "Veg you what?" he said. "Why, you boys come out of that campfire and follow me. I'm gonna teach you about the true spiritual sport. We're gonna fly with the free Mexican Airforce." Well, when he said spiritual sport, sure enough, we climbed out of that cabin and went on back into our, climbed out of that campfire and went on back into our LL Bean catalog tent. We pulled on our cotton drawstring mail-order yoga trousers with the extra flap and slipped in a comfortable pair of them wooden sandals with the red rubber spikes come up into the bottom of your feet. Keep your chin moving like Elvis all day long, yeah. And we were ready for the spiritual sport. So we followed this dude whose name was Beauregard Hooligan out across the bean field to an old B-25 that was sitting there in the midnight moonlight. We climbed aboard. He motioned me forward into the co-pilot's seat, and I felt proud. And then he whistled, and 25 guys in sombreros and pajamas came running out from in between the Ocotillo cactus and the pinon pines. And they pulled the blocks out from under the wheels, and we started rolling down across the bean field. As we got to the end of the bean field, I noticed a dark chasm looming ahead, and as the engines weren't running, I turned to Beauregard and I said, "Beau?" He just smiled. "Does this thing fly?" He just smiled again. "What are you, boy? Superstitious?" Well, I got his drift as we went over the cliff at the end of the bean field, plummeting down through the void. Not a sound of technology to disturb the ecology. I turned to express my appreciation to old Beauregard and my appreciation for the Zen-like quality of this moment, plummeting down through the void. And he just smiled, turned and looked at me, and he said, "Dude, you drive." I grabbed a hold of the little wheel, I pulled back, a miracle occurred, the right prop kicked in, we spiraled upwards, we were airborne, flying upside down over the border, just below the radar, just above the Paraguay, into the beautiful land of Mexico, and that's when the song came to my mind. Thank you very much. Exactly. In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are planting their fields, where the boast us about our rides, a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above and clear out of sight is the free Mexican Air Force, and we're flying tonight. How strange and innocent earth causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. Fools who make rules with no difference between wrong or right make the free Mexican Air Force. Come on, Mescalito riding his wife. The free Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Yeah, we're flying so high. In the hills of Virginia, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that made outlaws of those seeking light make the free Mexican Air Force fly home tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of light is the free Mexican Air Force, and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet sensimilla. Yeah, the law wants it all. They think the wild weed can free you. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of might. And the free Mexican Air Force, come on, Mescalito